Today's meeting is on the basics of design using CorelDRAW and Signtronics' toolbox. On the screen you see the toolbox, which icons on your desktop. You can either grab the information from the Signtronics file on your computer, or you can drag it in from the toolbox. This is also where you would open your CorelDRAW. So I'm going to start by opening CorelDRAW. And when you do so, you have a choice of whether you want to go to an existing document or start a new one. In our case, it's a new blank document. The paper is usually set up to be portrait, but most designs I do in landscape. So the first thing I'm going to do is landscape. I'm going to start by importing or dragging in from the toolbox a background. I'm going to import today. So under Signtronics you will see backgrounds. This is where you have your skies and your pools, anything that's behind the sign. This is also where you can use a photograph that you have taken of the customer, for example, customer's location. In this case, I always use a photo. And see, when you bring it in, you have a corner piece, the upper left-hand corner. I set it on the paper where it belongs, and by using my mouse pad and holding down my left mouse button, I'm able to drag the picture across to fill the screen. That is the before photo of their existing sign, so therefore I would not need a background, skies and poles. Those are already in the photograph. Step 2 is to import or drag in a skin, or which is Signtronics' term for the frames, and I would grab a skin. In this case, I'm going to bring in a 6x8, so I would go down through my skins till I find the size that I am looking for, and I would import it. As the same with the photographs, I can decide where to place it simply by using the upper left-hand corner. In this case, I'm putting it right over top of the sign, and drag it down. Now in this particular photo, it's kind of small to design, so the first button I'm going to teach you is on the left hand side. In Corel 15, it's the fourth down, and it's a zoom in tool that I can zoom closer, and now I can design the sign and I can see exactly what I'm doing. After you have brought in the frame or the skin and you've sized it to where you want it to be, I'm now going to import either a designer or a photograph. In this case, I'm going to use a designer. And again, under Signtronics, designers, this is a car wash. So I'm going to go down through till I see car wash. And I'm going to pick one I like, and I'm going to import it. Same concept, the upper left-hand corner, I would place it where I wanted it. In this case, I want it right here. And I would hold my left mouse button down and drag in the angle that I want to go and let go. And that's my designer in this case. The next step is adding text. Over on the left-hand side, you would see an A. That is your text button. If you click on it and bring it anywhere on here you would like and click again, you will see a flashing line. I suggest early on in your designs that you would do each line separately. Buddies, car, wash. Before placing the text on the sign, I would then grab each one and I would pick a font. As you see, when you click on the word, the fonts pop up here in the left-hand top of your toolbox. Always pick a bold font. It works better on a sign. I usually set it in the left-hand corner and drag the right-hand corner for sizing. Unlike frames and designers, you can distort lettering. I can use a middle box and shrink it that way, or I can make it taller. The boxes around it tell the computer that that's what you're working on. If you grab a corner one, you can size it, as you can see, and that can be done on any corner and then done on any item. Simply by clicking on, I grab a corner. But notice I'm not distorting it. Had I grabbed the middle one, And when you go over top of it, please notice that there's now a double arrow. See that? It goes from a point to a double arrow. Holding my left mouse button down, I can do that. Now I've distorted it. That's not what I want to do with a designer or with a frame. So I'm going to go up here to my undo button. So that's the third button I've spoke of. I talked about the zoom in, the letter A for lettering, and this is my undo button. It allows me to redo something, undo a mistake on a sign. Again, with car and wash, I'm going to pick a font. I'm going to bring it on. And in this case, I want to distort the lettering a little bit. And the same thing with wash. Click on it. I'm going to bring it over. Now you bring it over by simply using your mouse pad or your mouse. By holding the left mouse button down, I can put it anywhere I choose. Grab the bottom right. And now I've designed a sign. The last step is adding some color to it. Your color chart is over here on the right hand side. Although we have other ways to mix colors, for now I simply want to grab a color from the color chart. And I have designed my first sign.